It's Tom Hanks. It's based on a book. On paper, I should love this film. But did I? Let's find out. Welcome back and welcome to another movie review video. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this weekend. Yes, I went to see A Man Called Otto, which is Tom Hanks, and it is based on a book. I did not read the book beforehand. I have seen multiple reviews of Frederick Backman novels that make me think that I just wouldn't be able to handle them. And based on this film, I think maybe I wouldn't be able to handle them. So I saw this movie in a double bill with a 3-hour, 9-minute long movie. If you haven't seen that review, I will leave it linked up above. And the fact that I saw that 3-hour, 9-minute movie and didn't really check my watch. I checked my watch once to see if there was enough time left to go to the bathroom or if I should just wait. And the fact that I saw this 2-hour movie and checked my watch multiple times and even kind of texted someone partway through, not in the cinema, don't worry, I was leaving, it's okay, to say, oh, I kind of want to go home, shows the enjoyment level of this film. This film was one of those films where you know something bad is going to happen, and you just kind of are always braced in that uncomfortable position of waiting for that bad thing to happen. But you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to play out. And you don't know how bad it's going to be. So all of those things add to that uncomfortable feeling. I cried multiple times throughout the film. Now, don't get me wrong. There is something wonderful sometimes about putting on a film that you know is going to make you cry. Sometimes you need that therapeutic cry. Not going to lie. Like, I fully appreciate the power of a therapeutic cry. I fully appreciate putting on a film you know you're going to cry at. I cry at the same points in Sense and Sensibility. I cry at the same points in New Year's Eve. I cry at the same points in The Holiday. But so much of this film just made me cry. And I think it was just because I was like so on edge, waiting for something bad to happen anyway. The emotions were raw, the emotions were heightened, and so just even the slightest parts in this film made me cry. And it wasn't in like a nice way. I was just like, I was genuinely sad, I was genuinely emotional. Obviously, Tom Hanks is amazing in this film. We know, having seen so many talk shows and heard so many nice things about him, that he is not a grumpy old man in real life. We know that he has heart, we know that he has feeling, and yet he does such a good job of playing this grumpy old man. And the way that his character is revealed, I can imagine how it plays out in the pages of a novel, but the way that his character is revealed, the way his acting changes as this character is kind of, the layers are peeled back, and the way that this character changes when he builds different relationships with other people in the film. Obviously, Tom Hanks does a good job, and I like seeing him on the screen. He has a cute cat, which you see in the movie poster, which you see in the trailer. Obviously, we know that this cat is going to be, you know, rescued by him in some way, and the cat is very cute, definitely. I like Tom Hanks's neighbours in the film. They have a lot of heart, and I like the storyline overall. The film overall, though, was just a little bit too kind of stressful for me, and stressful emotionally. I felt emotionally drained having watching it. And again, I'd come off the back of a 3-hour film where I wasn't left feeling drained at all. I thought the film was going to be uplifting because the book has been kind of portrayed as uplifting. Like, it's bittersweet. We know it's going to be bittersweet. You know what's going to happen kind of going into it. But I just couldn't find the uplifting points in it. It was just dragging me down and putting on me and draining me. It was just taking from me rather than giving me anything. And I think that's why I kind of struggled to enjoy it. Gosh, I'm squeaky today. Squeaky chair, sorry. Yeah, I didn't feel like I got to take anything from the film. I feel like the film just got to take stuff from me. It was interesting the way the storyline was played out. I feel like I might be interested to see what the book was like and compare it to the film in the opposite way than I normally do. You know, I love making a book versus movie video. But I would be interested to see how it plays out, kind of reading the book after watching the movie. And so that might be something I might do. However, right now I kind of need a rest from this situation because it was a lot, and I did sort of leave feeling like, oh, this is not good. I needed somebody to give me a warm hug. Where was Olaf when I needed him? And so, yeah, I would be interested to see how the storyline plays out in the book, whether we have sort of flashbacks and flash forwards, whether we have Otto telling the story himself, whether it's played out through us seeing the characters, whether it's done through alternate chapters. And I would definitely be interested to see how it compares. But yeah, overall, I'm struggling to find good things to say about the film. I just felt like it wasn't for me. It might be for you, but again, people who've asked me after the fact, I haven't recommended it to them. So should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? No, it's not a film that needs to be seen on the big screen. It's probably going to get nominated for some stuff because it's got Tom Hanks attached to it, and I reckon the screenplay has probably had, you know, been adapted well. But do you need to see this film at all? I think you need to make sure that you look out for the trigger warnings, because the triggers are all the way through there, and definitely exercise care and caution. Make sure you look up those if people have made videos or done articles pointing out the triggers here. And then I think that you need to be in a pretty emotionally stable place and have someone who can give you a warm hug afterwards. Maybe watching it on my own was the mistake that I made, if you are going to watch this one, even on streaming. So there's my recommendation with a warning. But overall, maybe I just don't recommend this film. It just didn't do anything for me, and I felt worse off for having seen it. So there you have it. As always, if there is a movie that you would like to hear my thoughts on here next week, do let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are not already, please make sure that you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that my bookish content in the week lands in your subscription feed and you don't miss out on my spoiler-free movie review next week. And with that being said, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you with my next video.